Hello everyone! So as I was updating some of the inside of the vault, we did the floor a little bit and I was decorating a little bit of it, and I made a mistake because I am a dummy. I I like to think that we took 2 steps forwards and 2 steps back because, like I said, we did decorate part of the inside of the vault. But I also did die, and I'm broke again, which is a big bummer. A big bummer. So, to tell you guys a little bit of what happened, I actually ended up filling in the majority of the hole that is located underneath the vault. Because if we happen to remember, way back when, a couple episodes ago, I had Kanaz help me fill in the back part of the mountain that we built in, because there was, the mountain ended up not being big enough, so part of the vault that I kind of planned out for stuck out. So I ended up having him help me terraform a little bit, which involved us basically making like an outer wall of what the mountain would look like, and then there was a big hole on the inside. And as I was decorating part of the inside of the vault, I dug down, forgetting about the hole. And then I actually survived the fall, but as I was panicking trying to get out, I died. There was a lot of mobs. It was horrible. So I ended up losing a couple of shulker boxes. One of them had all my dyes in it, which was a big bummer. So I'm going to have to replace those at some point. And then I also happened to lose my elytra. And then I think I lost a couple of tools, including my pants and my shoes. Luckily, we had enough money, or diamonds, to basically refund all of that, minus the 2 shulker boxes that I lost. So, sadly, we are broke again. Big bummer. But luckily, I actually happen to have 3 more diamonds because I sold all of my copper. I don't really need copper as much as I thought I would, because most of the time when I see copper, people use it as roofs. So, I don't really need that. So I ended up selling them. So I have 3 more diamonds now, and a good portion of iron, because I keep going through iron. So luckily we do have a bunch of iron left, and now I ended up going through the hole that was underneath the base, and I filled it up. I did not completely fill it up because I would love to add a couple more layers to the bottom of this vault that I'm making, and so I just kind of did a layer of resources, blocks, anything, did an empty layer, and then did another layer of blocks on top of that. Just kind of kept layering that up so that way it's at least somewhat full. Like mobs that require 2 blocks to form or whatever to show up, they can't show up now, which is good. So, and plus, if I accidentally dig down again, we should be safe. Fingers crossed. But yeah, this is what I was actually working on whenever I happen to fall through the floor. This is going to be a temporary storage room-ish. Not really temporary. I'm actually going to make this look like a little library, which I think is pretty cool, which is why I have all these bookshelves. I do plan on making more. It just takes a little bit, and I don't really have the resources yet to completely fill this up, but I do happen to have all these blocks that I moved from the main house into here, so that way I can organize them and consider this like a bulk block storage kind of thing. And then since we do happen to have the armor stand mod, I would love to eventually fill these shelves on the ends up with something. I'm not quite sure what yet. I may end up doing a bunch of little heads or something. But yeah, I also ended up moving a furnace thing in here, and then this happens to be all of my non-bulk items, so that way I can like kind of differentiate where I need to go to. Plus I had this weird little alcove, and I think this fits perfectly, along with a lava pool, which is do I have buckets? Yes, I have buckets. I've been using the lava pool as an unlimited source of lava, and also so that way I can use them as a furnace tool thing so I can furnace things. But yeah, this is pretty much all I've done on the vault so far. I ended up adding a bunch of torches because I didn't want to die by mobs. Luckily, the 2 little farm things that I have going on here are still working well. I do plan on doing something over here soon, like a little bedroom, which I think will be good, so I will probably do that before the end of the episode. I'll do it later though. And I wanted to, after this very long story of me dying, I wanted to show you guys what happened in the shopping district, because I think it's hilarious. It's a very, very interesting thing that has confused a lot of people, and it's really funny. At least I think it's really funny. So let's go to the shopping district. Also, as a side note, this is what the top level of the house looks like now, the main house. I actually need to think of a name for this house. I don't know yet. I've been mainly calling it the main house because it's really the only house that I live in. So if you guys think of a good name for the house, feel free to tell me. It'll be very good whenever differentiating between the different areas that I have. So like over there is the villager hall, over here is a library, and this is kind of like the main house. I don't know. But yeah, this is what it looks like. The rest of the floors look the same, but I figured I'd show you guys what this looks like in case you were curious. Who knows? So this is the recent conundrum that is happening within the shopping district. I don't know what to think of it. So there's these 3 signs that will definitely help us figure out what the heck happened. It says, "You've been flamingoed from your lovely neighbor Zugaroot. To remove the flamingos, say Shazam in Discord." So first of all, we actually happen to have a group Discord for all the people on the server, so that way, I guess whoever put these down, in case anybody wants them to be removed, you can just say Shazam, but honestly, I don't want to say Shazam, because I think this is heckin' hilarious. So looks like they're blaming Zugaroot, which makes kind of sense because I was going through this earlier, and it looks like Zugaroot's little area over here is the only one that has not been flamingoed. Every other single shop has been flamingoed by these little banners. See, they look kind of like flamingos and they're like different colors and such. It's just really funny. There's like one on top of the tree, some covering the eyes of both of these. I think it's really funny. Also, sorry if I zoom a lot. I recently found out that I can zoom. It's really fun to mess around with. Look at all this. I can just do like sweeping shots. Sorry if that messes with your eyes or anything. But yeah, so there's just a bunch of flamingos all over the place. I don't know who would put this together, but I think it's really funny. I really like the use of banners. I think this one's my favorite one. I didn't even realize that somebody put a banner up here until just when I was about to leave the area, and I happened to look up, and here it is. So yeah, they're just everywhere. I was really surprised about the number of flamingos that I saw, because like I saw them the other day and I was like, oh, it's a bunch of flamingos, and then I came here and now that I'm looking at it again, there's a bunch of flamingos. So I'm really curious to see how long these guys stay up, because at some point we would like to put a road in here. I don't know when exactly that would happen. At some point it'll happen. But yeah, I don't know if anybody's going to want to like remove them or anything. I guess that's why it says say Shazam if you want them removed or whatnot. But yeah, I have a feeling they're probably going to stay here for a while. At least I don't think they will ever truly leave the shopping district. So speaking of prankage, I wanted to point something out, mainly because of my chat. Look at how nonsensical that is, but I have been up to something, because if you guys happen to remember in the previous episode, I realized that somebody was going around and stealing a bunch of crafting tables all across the server, including my base. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to call them out. Now, I have a feeling that even more crafting tables will probably disappear in the future. So I kind of wanted to, think of a creative way to kind of contribute to that. Now, they could just go around and steal the crafting tables while we're not paying attention, which is still pretty funny, but I figured if they want my crafting tables, they have to work for it. So I made this little room. If you guys remember previously, before I actually decorated this all, behind this was actually just a solid thing of stone. I did not have any idea of what to do with it, so I just decided to clear it all out and use it for my reverse prank. I guess that's what you can call it. But it is a little thing for the crafting table bandit. Now, I don't want to show you guys what's exactly inside of it at the moment, because I want the crafting table bandit to go through it alone, or at least go through it blind, because I don't want to necessarily spoil anything for them. Now, I do have an idea of who the crafting table bandit is. I actually am going to leave a message in our group Discord so that way they know that this is here and they know what to do with it. But I am actually not going to tell them about this until right before this video is published. So one, they won't know what's happening, but also so that way you guys will be in on the surprise basically. So I just wanted to point this out. And I wanted to point out that you guys should definitely check out the other Minetopians, so that way you will also hopefully realize who the crafting table bandit is as well. Now, since I am decorating the base a little bit, I decided to dedicate this entire episode to decorating the base. And one thing I wanted to focus on was this area down here. So I did have it to where from about here this way you could just ride a boat up here, but over in that direction there is actually the mine that I set up, so that way if I end up needing a specific block or something like that, I can easily just go over there and find it real quick. So I wanted to make this a little bit of like a tiny cave in case I wanted to actually boat over there. Now I doubt I will use this that much, but I did want to decorate it a little bit, so I wanted to throw in a couple of just green items so that way it does look a little bit better. Now I'll probably keep updating this cave a little bit throughout the season, and the two things that I actually thought of right now are these glowberries and then some vines. So I went ahead and collected these so that way we can add them to this area. And I think this will be a cool little addition to everything. So it's not that much, but it is a tiny something that we can add over here. Like I said, I doubt I'll use it that much, but hey, at least it's here. Now, I am going to cut this episode a little bit short because I'm trying to work on a couple of Minetopian things in advance, so the next couple episodes may be slightly shorter, who knows. But yeah, today was a lot of fun. We got to see what the full flamingo forest looks like, along with working on a couple of things for the base. I do plan to continue to work on the inside of the vault a little bit more, so that way it can look a little bit better. And then if the crafting table bandit does happen to go and find this little area inside the base, and I will show you guys what exactly it looks like in the next episode. Other than that, thank you guys for watching. If you happen to like it, make sure to like the video. If you liked it even more, make sure to subscribe. Also check the description for the links and such for the other Minetopians, along with my links and whatnot for all my other social media stuff. Other than that, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.